Welcome back to Nona Knows. I'm Maria, aka Ma, aka Nona.
And I am Julia, aka Coach.
And if you can see, our setup is a little different today, which is very awkward because I have a pillow under my butt finally for all of those who recommended I get a little taller. How do I look?
She's taller than
Am
me.
I taller?
You're sitting taller than that's like poor
I feel
posture.
so special. I feel so special today. Yeah, so our setup is different because we're going to have some special guests. Yay!
Woo!
But
Guest.
as always, we will start with a little, recap of our week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got stuff
You got
for
some
you.
stuff?
I got juice for you.
I love to hear stuff. So why don't you kick us off? Tell us.
So last week I was talking about the All-Star meeting.
Yep.
Nominated two of my players. Both of them made second team.
Yay! Good job, Julia.
Very, very proud. So they have a game. They play in an actual game with each other, like against the first and second teams.
Yep.
And that's end of November, so that'll be fun.
That'll be fun, yeah.
And then Halloween was crazy for me.
Was it? Did you have a great time?
No.
Why not? What happened?
I went to like a couple different places,
Yeah.
and as you do, you wander on your nights out, ran into three ex-boyfriends.
Oh, geez. That can't be good.
No, so it was like every spot that we went to, boom, ex-boyfriend, another bar, boom, ex-boyfriend, another one, boom, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this, and I think I need to stay inside next Halloween. Because honestly, it was like a haunted house. Every time I went to a bar,
Every
it was
time
like,
you went.
boo,
Boo.
boo, there's an ex. Yeah.
Scary.
That
So
was it.
that was it.
really it.
Did you go Friday and Saturday or just Friday?
Friday and Saturday.
Friday. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, what about you? What did you get up to?
Not much last week. Lots of work. Had lots of stuff going on last week as
Yeah.
usual. But I did have something kind of funny happen. So I posted on my Facebook, which I don't do very often, unless it's recipes or you know me. It's like baking, whatever. So I posted something that said, I was just being philosophical.
Oh,
Yeah, I said peace of mind is something very hard to find. Right?
and it rhymes.
And I didn't expect that. But anyways, so then I go to work and one of the girls goes, maybe peace of mind is hard to find, but you sure do feel free to give a peace of mind to everybody. I'm like, well, yeah. Doesn't everyone? What's the problem? But yeah, I didn't even think of that correlation. But that was, see, this is why I don't post. You know, it just gets me slapped in the face. You know me in social.
Well, you didn't get slapped.
No, I know. It was just kind of funny.
Got verbally slapped in the face, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. It's an expression. Old, like me.
Well, so I say I got slapped in the face. I actually got slapped in
Well,
the
what's
face.
the one thing they always say now?
Or like if
throat
you
punch?
disrespect me, it's like a slap in the face.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Slap in the face. Italians say that. We say that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
we
So
do.
you're there now. We're
Yeah,
back to
I
cultural.
got
We're
it.
back. We're back. We
back.
came around and that's how we were.
Connected.
How about sports? Did you watch any?
I did watch the Jays game.
Okay, did you cry? Because I cried.
I didn't cry because baseball's not really my thing.
No,
but
it's mine.
I did feel bad for Ernie there.
As soon as they tied, I was like, they're losing.
Yeah.
I felt it in my bones and I was like, I can't watch. They're losing. And it hurts my heart so hard. Yeah, I cried.
I feel bad for Ernie. He's a cutie.
He is a cutie.
Feel bad for him.
He took total responsibility and accountability. At
Yeah.
the end of it, he's like, it's my fault. It's my fault we lost the World Series.
Yeah. And also I felt bad for Kirk too.
Kirk.
So I was like,
The duck. No, I'm sorry.
duck.
I know, but that's how he runs, like a duck.
yeah. But it's cute. I bet he broke his bat and that was kind of cool.
But that's true.
But
He can save that
he
forever.
should have hit it up. Not whatever.
It was
Anyway.
elevator. We call that elevator music when that happens.
Oh,
I want to go. Just goes up straight up.
Oh.
Get it? Elevator.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's not a. Anyways. Yeah.
Not a line drive.
Yeah.
It's an elevator.
How about football? Did you watch some football?
I did. I watched the Lions game until I couldn't watch it anymore. Kind of disappointed with the boys, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
They had a rough day.
It's fine. It was not a good week for sports for us.
Not for us. No. My Leafs, my Bengals. It was not a good week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hopefully this week's better. New month.
Yeah. New month. Here we go. Yeah. Gonna take my Halloween decorations down. People already
please
have
don't put
Christmas.
yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
I can't handle that. Like, why are we starting with Christmas at November 1st? What is happening right now?
I don't know. December 1st I get, but like Halloween is over. It just ended.
It just ended. Give me a minute.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple days before we start celebrating the next thing. Like, come on.
Okay, so I'm going to go on to a controversial topic.
Oh, here we go.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you sure? You guys ready?
I
Are you ready?
guess.
Ready? Okay.
Are we gonna get canceled for this controversial?
No,
topic?
but it's controversial.
Cool.
November 11th. So my generation, we are very respectful of November 11th. Do you feel that this is something we should be doing or not doing anymore? Like they took the day, nobody, okay, in my generation, everybody got the day off. November 11th, everyone got the day off. And 11/11, that's what time you're doing your silence, the whole 9 yards, and you're paying your respects for those that came before because you have what you have because of them, right?
Yeah.
Now, only certain people get the day off. It's not a Canadian-wide day off, right? And I don't feel that they do anything that's respectful anymore. And I feel like we've lost what that really means.
I see my generation, we went to school still. We had the day you did like your assembly, your mass or whatever, but they still made a point of like doing it. Like, what's that one song that they always play on November 11th that like makes everybody cry?
I don't know.
It's like a pittance of time, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's the one. Yeah. And it like makes everybody cry. And it's like, damn. And they always used to like play that song. That's like core memory for me.
Yeah. See, me, it's we memorized the poem on Flanders Field where poppies grow.
Row by row.
Yeah.
Something.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we need a day off, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But I do feel as though it is November. The poppies are out. FYI, can we get some new friggin' poppies? Because the damn thing falls off my jacket every time.
Well, you know what I do? I take you have the little Canadian pins and put that in the middle. It's got the backing.
And then it's a backing. So instead of putting that long
the
thing.
stupid pin that sucks. Yeah.
Okay. That's
stickers
very
are no better,
ingenious, and I am now going to do that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that, everybody. That's a
She
hack.
learned
That's
something
a hack.
new from me.
I always learn
every
from
week.
you every week.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that then. But I just think we've just lost what it means, right? Like so many, you see it on social medias a lot. Like people are like, well, who cares? Well, you should care.
Yeah.
Like there's that saying too, like those who ignore history are bound to repeat it. And if you don't think a war can happen again, you're crazy. Wars are happening on a day to day. Like I don't understand why you think that this is not going to happen or couldn't happen and maybe it's because there was nothing to really scare anybody of the reality of it, unless you have if you talk to any, like a lot of immigrants here, right? So I worked at the Multicultural Council for a lot of years and I loved my job there.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago. I dealt with a lot of refugees. Now there's political refugees, there's different types of refugees, okay? But the stories that you get told are astronomical. And if you were just listening to those stories, I think that you would understand that how horrific war is, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like we don't have war going on right now somewhere. I don't understand why we dismiss the importance of knowing what happened, what didn't happen. I don't understand, I guess.
I think maybe the difference is that it's been so long that everybody's just kind of like, oh, well, it's this thing that happened. And yeah, it's kind of like something that we're obligated to do. But I think the difference generationally, the big one is your parents or even your grandparents were like there during that time.
Yeah.
And then for me, it's like my grandparents, my great grandparents. So it's not like as fresh,
too disconnected.
I guess. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's disconnected, so the meat of it is not connecting.
Present, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Right?
But there's a lot of movies that still come out about, I mean, do people not realize like about the Holocaust, like that's real?
Yeah. Those people are like, I don't get it. It's
Yeah.
like,
So I just get a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I do feel that it's important to respect what we have. I didn't do this I didn't get this because of me. I got this because of what came.
Other people. Yeah.
Right. And so, it's just the same as we talked about, culturally we have innate that we respect our elders. We have inside of us that we know that our elders, and we don't put our elders in homes. We take care of them. They stay with us. It's the way that we do it in Italian. You know what I mean? And I think that, and we discussed that there are other cultures that do the same thing, but I do think it's really important that we understand that they went through a lot. you know?
Absolutely.
Like we discussed before, even the food during the war, the whole reason why half of the Italian dishes are the way that they are is because it was what they could grow or what they could catch.
Yep.
Those two things during the war, right? There wasn't everything. There wasn't all these things. So if they could grow it, they could eat it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people, I don't know, like I know I tell my son these things, right? And he knows and he's aware, but I don't know. It just feels like it's not as important,
Yeah.
right?
I think that's why I said December 1st. That's when you can put up Christmas
That's when you can
decorations.
put it. Okay. Yeah. See, I always do it after, no matter what. It's
Yeah,
always
after
after
Remembrance Day,
always
yeah.
after Remembrance Day. I have never not. It's just out of respect.
Yeah.
But I guess the other thing is it really that disrespectful to put the Christmas before? I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation, I guess.
I'm not in a position to offer an opinion
No.
on whether it's disrespectful or not disrespectful. I did not fight in any of the world wars, so I cannot speak to that.
Well, even like, I don't even know if it's true. I'd have to look it up, but your dad might know. I know my father wouldn't go back to Italy till after he was 65 because he could have gotten conscripted into the army till he was 65.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about your dad. He might be younger generation if it's changed.
No, my Nona never went back.
He never, yeah, because you can go into, they will take you back in. Like it was that important.
My Nona, after they got married, because
Yeah.
she is Canadian, then we always make the joke. My Nona got adopted, so she learned to speak fluent Italian, learned to cook Italian, all that stuff. She went to Italy for a year without my Nona and my dad before. Yeah. But my Nona was still here. So
Because he said, I'm not going back because they'll get me.
probably.
Yeah, that's what my dad did the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going back because they'll get me.
And if you want to have both now,
Dual, yeah.
you have to.
You have to
You
go
have
back
to do
for
a
a while.
year.
Yeah, that's correct.
In
Yes.
the military, so.
That is correct, yes. Yeah.
That is still the case, because my uncle, my great uncle, my Nona's youngest
But only boys,
brother,
only boys, not girls, yeah.
my youngest great uncle was born here.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, oh, if I want to go back and do it, I gotta go.
Be in the army
year.
for a year,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I mean, I do think it's good and bad. I don't know, but it is what it is. I mean, they did have Mussolini, so I can't really say too much.
My beast Nona was part of his royal guard.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
look at
He was a
that.
tall, good-looking Italian man.
Yeah,
They were like, here,
you go.
look cute.
Look cute.
Which is
Stand here
honestly
and look
like,
cute.
that's perfect job for me.
Is
Just
it?
stand there, look cute. I could do that. Sometimes that's what I do on this podcast. I just let Maria talk, and I'm like, I'm just here looking cute.
That's not true. Anyway, I had a comment from someone. I don't know what we were saying in one of the podcasts, and they're like, Maria, how come you have an Italian accent? I said, well, because I went to Italian school and spoke Italian. Like I have Italian report cards. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I'm Italian. Yeah. I know I'm white as a ghost. I get that, but I'm still Italian. I can't make it change.
Yeah. My Nona used to like sometimes like if her and my Nona were arguing.
Yeah.
And my dad will do it sometimes too. And if they're like around Italian people,
it comes thicker.
It just like I'm like, you didn't even grow up there. You're from here. What do you mean? And then you have this Italian accent. It just like,
happens.
I'm like, all right.
I don't do it on purpose. Like it's not something that I think about.
Yeah. It just kind of like pops in.
It just pops in.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes, what? But you know, like my brother, his sons were doing something and he's like, oh, call your Auntie Maria because I don't know Italian. I'm like, you see, like this is ridiculous just because you're lazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that was.
Oh, you're not Zia, your auntie?
Yeah, because they're more Canadian than they are Italian. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're very. Yeah.
I told all my friends, I was like, I'm going to be Zia Julia, not Auntie Julia.
No.
Zia Julia.
Well, my dad is still like Papa. Like he's still Italian. Like that's stayed, but not me and my sister. We're just aunt.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I am the favorite aunt, I would say.
Aw.
They better not make any comments that I'm not. Mason Mitchell.
Mason Mitchell, comment, let us know the truth, please.
They love me. Actually, Mason loves to cook, and he is. So my brother and I, we are very much in the kitchen Italians. Okay, we love that's our place. So if there's a family function, chances are you'll find the two of us in there, and we work really well together because we've been doing it all of our lives.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The two of us. And his son Mason has now sort of joined that I want to do it too. So we were doing like whenever I'm around, we're cooking something or making something. Him and I are doing something, and my sister-in-law Carrie's always like, "How do you get him to do those things?" I'm like, I ask. Of course they're gonna do for me and not their mom. That's
Yeah.
that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So it's been fun with him. He got a pasta maker. He's very excited about this.
Ooh,
So I said, yeah, we'll do some pasta. So I have to go up there and make some pasta with him.
that's
He's
cute.
very excited. So yeah.
Nice.
I showed you the picture of him, right? In the football gear.
I think so.
He's like
yeah.
6'4", almost 6'5" now at 18. Can you not grow
Crazy.
anymore? I looked ridiculous. He's like pencil thin. And I'm standing beside him. I just look like this square, short thing, fat. And he's like this. I'm just like, stop growing. But anyways, yeah. All in all, it's good. It's fun.
That's
It's
nice.
fun because my brother does still do a lot of traditional things.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't. They're just not immersed into it like I was.
Mm-hmm.
There is a big gap between my brother and I, so I understand that.
That's fair.
But the expectation when I go there is that I'm bringing all the traditional things.
Mm.
So, which is good. It's fun. I like it. It's all good. Right? The only thing I don't do anymore, and he doesn't do it either, like we used to make wine all the time. Neither one of
Yeah.
us do that anymore.
I don't really know anybody that makes wine anymore.
No. I saw a thing when I was doing my doom scrolling of a guy on YouTube that has a talent. He pretends to be an Italian Nona. He's Italian, but he pretends, and he makes fun of like all the things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
It was really funny because they had one of those demijohns, and so when
Oh,
you
the
were a baby,
Damigiani?
yeah, do you know what a demijohn is? Okay, so a demijohn is like this big, huge
Glass.
wine thing. Like
Thing.
it's huge.
It's where they store wine.
Yeah, and then they usually have like a pipe in it where they siphon it. So you see them like you've ever seen them like they'll pull off it from their mouth, they siphon the wine, and then it pours in. So,
It looks like a light bulb.
oh, that's a good
It does.
expression. They're
Like
usually
an upside-
green,
Yeah, it's green, but it looks like it's like the shape of a light bulb.
and then it usually has like plastic or something around
Plastic
it to
or
protect
wood
it.
around the bottom.
Anyway, so he was doing this thing where he had his granddaughter. He says, "Oh, no, give you, no, give you," which we did do. Like that's a true thing. Like when we were young, they used to siphon the wine and they would give it to us. I know that's crazy, but that's what we used to do. So it's funny. He makes fun of all these things. Then there's another one where he's making sauce, and he's arguing with his son about how much sauce to make, and they're making it in a big pot, and how his son's bringing bushels. And I'm like, this sounds like my family. Like this is so much my family. I just gotta keep watching this guy because he's funny. It is like they're like, oh, I thought you only said to get 3 bushels. Why you get 12 bushels of tomatoes? Well, you have to have enough. I'm like, yep, that's a standard thing. You have to have enough.
Crazy.
But anyways, yeah, it was good.
We
It's a
got
good one.
really Italian this episode.
Yeah, we did. We did. But we do have guests today, so perhaps
Yes,
we
we
should
do.
move on. Shall we move on?
Can we talk about Dimitri's movies though?
Yes, we're going to do that with our guests
Oh,
because our
sorry.
guests are part of Dimitri's
Sorry.
movies.
Dimitri, don't eyebrow me like that.
Get her, Dimitri. Yeah, and why don't we, for our Munja Minute, bring in the pizza and the water?
yeah.
Do you want to grab that?
Hey, Gerber baby.
Oh my God, Gerber baby.
Gerber baby.
You
Clear
are
up the
out of
table.
control.
Oh, for our guest, Nick here is called the Gerber baby
The
of
plates and the
the
napkins too, please, Nick.
camp because, like we said before, we film at the Windsor Center for Film, Digital Media, and Creative Arts. And they run a film camp for kids here, and Nick is a counselor. And on some of our promotional stuff, the very front page, there's a picture of Nick. So over this summer, we gave him the nickname the Gerber Baby because he's the Gerber Baby of the camp. He's the,
You got your water? Okay, good.
yeah. So
Um,
that's the backstory on Nick.
that is
being
a
the
great,
Gerber
you did a
Baby.
great job.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
'Cause Nicholas is the Gerber Baby.
So let's welcome Ed Hooft and Nick Jirgens. So let's get into Dimitri's movies.
Heck yeah.
Yay! Congratulations on the showing on Friday. They were amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Which one would you like to talk about first? Like you tell us. And then
I'd like to talk
jump
about
in.
them in order, I suppose, but
Okay.
David the Vampire will go first.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, so with that film, I would say the audience reaction was pretty good.
Yep.
Nick was there too,
Mm-hmm.
so he can, and also Nick, sound
Other
recordist
Gerber Baby
was
Nick.
there as well.
Call him Gerber.
Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that I am not the Nick that you're used to. I'm a secondary Nick that they brought in temporarily.
Temporarily.
We might be upgrading Nicks.
Oh no!
Stay tuned.
We're not doing that, Nick. Don't worry. Don't cry.
Yeah, but David.
Bye,
the
Gerber
Vampire-
Baby. Sorry, Dimitri.
Well, that's okay. I would say, yeah, the screening went well. I got a lot of nice compliments after the film. There was one by one person who's an actor I won't name him, but he wants to work with me based on seeing the film, and he's like been in some pretty good like higher profile stuff in Windsor, so I'm very excited. In that
Very
regard.
cool, Dimitri.
So I received not a lot of nice compliments. There was one person as well, because the ending of the film says dedicated to David Lynch, because he's in like my top 3 directors. And yeah, one person was like, David Lynch would be proud. And that was like, that meant a lot to me.
That's good. I'm glad for you.
That was wonderful. And that person I've talked to, like they've seen all the Lynch movies. So that's wonderful of them
So
to
it wasn't
say.
false praise. They knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
good.
So yeah, that film, I think it played really well. Yeah. So for those of you who have seen it, what did everyone think of it?
So I watched it at my pregame before we went out on Halloween with a bunch of my friends. So we were like getting ready, and I'm like, guys, we gotta watch these. So we watched them. Everybody loved them. Thought that they were so good. I loved Day the Vampire too. That was my favorite of the 2. I thought phenomenal.
I'm glad you liked it. Did
Thank
you.
you.
Did you like Brandon as the vampire?
I did. I thought he was like perfect. He played that like the like expressions and everything. Amazing. I thought it was good. Also, I'm not the film person here. I'm your like everyman perspective. So you guys are gonna probably talk about stuff. I'm gonna be like, I can just be like, I really liked watching it. Will be watching it again for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That means a lot to me. That one took us the better part of a year to make. So yeah. So whoever wants to go next.
Nick, Jonah.
Well, sure. Well, I always like to say that Brandon's a great guy. By coincidence, we're also coworkers, right? So I get to see this horrible monster on the big screen, and then he's coming in doing an office job.
Very cool.
But he has like the perfect, and I mean this as a compliment. He has the perfect face to be like a classic movie monster. You know,
I
he's
agree.
got the head shape and everything.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably
It's
true,
true.
actually.
Proportions, you know, his face is very receptive to makeup. You can make him look a lot of different ways, and I think that really suited him to do a sort of 1920s Dracula kind of role with with the text and the silent movie treatment and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like for me, a lot of it I've heard about for a long time because we've chatted. So I was really scared, I'm not gonna lie to watch them because you and I have done so much and you know how particular I am. So I was like, oh, what if, you know what I mean? Like my brain kept going, oh no.
Oh, you were
no.
worried about
I was
hating
scared.
it?
I was so scared, right? Not that I would have hated it, but that I would have felt obliged or whatever to say, hey, maybe next time. You know what? That's just me. He knows. But I wasn't like that at all. I actually was in I'm enjoying and I don't need to think about this. And both of them. And I love black and white, FYI. I was just like, and I think that's because you and I are like old movie buffs. Like we love that stuff. So right away it was like, I'm in. Do you know what I mean? So thank you for actually allowing me to shut my brain off. And you know that doesn't happen very often. He knows I'm picky. So that was really great. And I know that you struggled for the year, but you know, like that was a lot for you, right? Like that's
Yeah,
a
it was
lot
a
of work.
It was a big undertaking, and that's like just a 10-minute film. So,
Yeah.
You know, Nick will know. Nick knew like from basically the inception of the film all the way to like completion. Like you remember how long I was working on it.
Oh yeah,
right?
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was I don't know. I mean, I think one thing I also received a lot of compliments on is not my work, but it's the music. A lot of people really like the music, and Lauren and Cheyenne are my 2 great composers.
I was about to say too.
Who's the third great composer that you know?
We'll get to that. But yeah, he might be in this.
He might be
crowd
in here. Might
as
be
a
here.
hint. But yeah, my 2 great composers on Day of a Vampire. Lauren wrote the song that goes along with the whole movie, and then Cheyenne came in as a producer to like record everything and fine tune it, and then he also ended up co-composing a lot of it.
That's cool.
Co-performing some of it too. A lot of the like background guitar was him,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, a lot of people liked how that turned out.
Oh, I'm so
that was
glad.
nice. Yeah.
Did you have a chance to?
I did not see it.
Oh, you didn't
Sorry.
see it. That's
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry, Dimitri.
It wasn't
That's okay.
it wasn't required for today, which I just thought I'd ask just in
Yeah.
case.
Ed has worked with me on other films though,
Yes.
and Ed saw quite a bit at WIF, from what I understand.
I
as
did.
well.
We saw 7 films.
No.
Wow. Was that the
Very
48-hour challenge? Is that the one you watched? Like
I was
all
there
of
for
them?
that one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's always a fun crowd at the 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Did you see that one too, or no? You left
Well,
after.
I didn't see the 48-hour Flick Fest this year, but I have in past years. And so
Yep.
it's always, as we said, it's a good
Yeah,
crowd.
it's a
They're
good- it's-
rambunctious.
yeah.
You know, they see their friend on the screen, then they hoot and holler, and they roll
Yep.
up and down the aisles.
Yeah.
And,
It's good.
so it's always a
It's
fun
very
time.
cult-like, the whole thing. I think, right? But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Cult-like, but one of those fun cults.
Yeah. A cult classic, as they would say.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
diet cults here.
No, no. Yeah. So, do you want to go to the other? Is there
Yeah,
more?
we'll go to the other
Failed
one.
Well, we
exposure?
didn't talk to Nick. You
Oh.
saw it too, right?
Yeah. next.
Oh yeah, Gerber baby, give us your take.
Hey guys, I'm here. I liked it. It was really good. I was a big fan of your choice to not go completely black and white and have like a subtle like color for certain shots.
Yeah, that was cool too. Yeah.
Then like nice sepia and like really separate like the exterior shots with like the cool blues. I was a big fan of that.
Thank you.
The intercuts with the text I thought were really good. There were some that I think the text didn't play as well as I think you wanted it to. But you know, that's like with time, and I'm sure like if you ever go back and do something similar, I don't know if
I
you ever
probably
do.
will.
Like you seem like you really like the thing.
Yeah.
But like that's something you can learn from. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Great watch.
The actual tints is something I got from silent films where back in sort of like especially the 19 teens and 20s, they would tint them to signify daylight or nighttime
Yeah.
when they were outdoors.
Yeah.
So basically, that one shot of the sun rising at the end of the film,
Yeah.
which happens to be my favorite shot of the film, that ended up, I showed it to somebody in a rough cut, and they were like, that looks like the moon. And I'm like, okay, that ruins the film, because it has to be the sun
Yeah.
for you to understand it. So I was like, how can I make it apparent that it's the sun? And then that was the eureka moment. I can use the transition from the nighttime cool blue tone to the sepia tone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that transition is what sold it. So
Oh,
you know,
good.
that was a wonderful note that somebody gave.
Somebody gave you.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Do you know what it reminded me of was and I couldn't remember the name of the film. There was two of them, I think. That was like that, the very same thing, shot in black and white, but then they had the accents of red and blue. And Bruce Willis was in the first one.
Sin City.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I could not remember that name, but that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, I can see that. Very stylized,
Yeah.
black and white with tints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, and what about the next? Do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so the next one was called Failed Exposure. That one, I think, played slightly, like, I feel like the audience was even more into it, which was kind of nice to see that, like, you know, ended on a high note in
Yeah.
terms of my
Yeah.
work. So that second one, Nick, who's here, was the composer on.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he did a great job in
Oh, thank
all
you very
the
much.
piano score. And our friend Sean Sweeney, who produced the music and also produced the film, he added some synth tracks to the background of the score and worked with Nick and I developing the score. So if Nick wants to talk a little bit like about how that experience was.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we do have to say Sweeney was instrumental to the process. He was really important for getting the sound. He did a lot in post production, adding the sound effects, adding the distortion, adding that sort of thing, and even just conceiving of the music itself, right? Because I was at the keyboard, I was plugging away at it.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
would say, "Try that note instead," or
Yeah,
"How about
yeah.
you try this or that or the other thing."
Yeah.
So between the two of us, we really
did it,
got it
yeah.
going, and of course with Dimitri there too. But it was sort of a process, you know, because at first we were like, okay, well, what if we take like a famous piece of classical music, like the Romeo and Juliet theme or something like da, da, da,
Yeah,
da, 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 you know, something like that, and then mess with it or distort it. That was the original idea.
Okay.
But it was a little bit too on the nose.
Okay.
So we went with something that was more background noise that would spike when something spooky was happening.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't think of it that way.
That's very clever.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, like working with both you and
Yep.
Sweeney, when we were actually composing like the music and doing those sessions. Sweeney and I also did the Foley. This is one of the few films I've done Foley myself on. So for those of you in the audience who don't know Foley, that's basically making the sound effects that are going to be seen in the film seen and heard in the film from scratch.
Cool.
So, for example, you guys will remember the scene where Brandon is imagining punching that guy on the street.
Yes.
Sweeney and I were in my basement. We took a wet towel. We were just whipping it against a concrete floor that
To
I
make the
had
sound, yeah.
in one of my storage rooms. So that was we did that. We had some like sticks breaking. We did footsteps outside with different shoes. Like I brought
Yep.
several different pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
He was recording them and he did the mixing, which he's credited for. So yeah, it was a really nice collaboration.
Yeah.
And as Nick will know, and Nick will also know, because I mentioned it on stage.
As Nix will know.
Nick's will know.
Nick squared.
I was challenged to do this by Sweeney.
Mm-hmm.
It was the challenge set by a YouTuber. I'll give a shout out to him, Joel Haber, one of the best to do it
Okay.
on YouTube currently. A filmmaker. He's also Canadian. He basically challenged his audience to make a movie instead of watching the Oscars. So,
We talked
in
about that, yeah.
the 4 hours that the Oscars aired, I shot the movie.
Yeah.
We prepared it before then, and we like edited it after then. But we shot that primary. We had 1 day of reshoots, but it was short. Most of the meat of the movie was shot in 4 hours. So we had to really figure out like, okay, how are we going to do this on the fly? We had to have the actors like improvise dialogue. So we had like basic points that they were going to go through.
Yeah.
But the dialogue was made up by them on set.
On set,
Very
yeah.
So they were like, it was very on the fly. But I'm happy with how it turned out considering that.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Very cool.
So, yeah. That's what I have to say about it. If anybody else has
And
any
so I didn't get, I mean, I got the links and I didn't get to go. But so the audience reaction to that one is what I'm really curious about. What were you seeing because you were watching? What were you seeing? Or you can, both of you can say too because you were there. Were you watching the audience and seeing what they were sort of reacting to during that movie?
Yeah, well, one thing I pointed out to Dimitri the day of is that there's a certain 2 awkward moments that happen in it.
Okay.
And experienced Dimitri Kalmantis viewers will know what I mean, who have already seen Failed Exposure. But the gist of it is that there's a stalker, and he's imagining himself as one of the couple that he's stalking. And whenever they cut to him sort of replacing the partner, that always kind of got a laugh from the audience because they were
really
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
I was
Like-
Well,
like,
yeah.
that's not what you would have expected,
No,
I guess.
wanted to twist it.
Yes.
Normally, you would have expected him to take the place of the guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I wanted
then
to
I was
do
like-
something different. I wanted to catch people off guard.
Yeah.
And,
And
wanted-
I thought of Julia because we've talked about the fact that when we were watching a vertical, we wish that we had that there was a twist to it.
Yes.
Do you remember that conversation? So I'm
Yes.
like, oh, I bet you Julia likes this.
I did, yeah.
See, I knew it.
And
I
then
knew it.
also, I thought too, which was kind of a twist for me, because after you have that, you go, okay, now I get it, okay? But then when she leaves, and then they have the conversation, you think something's gonna happen, and then you have like where he's like punching the guy, and I was like, whoa, what? And I was like, I thought that he was gonna do that to her maybe, but then it was, yeah. So I was like, that was really good too for me. The like 2 little like twists.
So my question, honestly, for that one is, because I really like the story, the premise of that story. I think it's very out of the box. Do you think you could have made a feature
yeah, probably.
off that one?
Probably. That's something maybe I'd consider in the future.
Yeah.
Is developing that one into a larger story. Yes.
What's a feature?
Like a 2-hour movie.
Feature
Okay,
film.
gotcha.
Anything
So
that's-
it is like a
Sorry,
2 hour.
sorry.
Sorry, guys.
She's learning. It's good. It's good.
45 minutes and over, I think. Is a
Yeah.
Okay.
I always just say 2 hours because people get it when I say 2
Gotcha.
hours. I don't know why, but that's just
So like a movie,
Like a
not a
movie,
film.
correct.
Gotcha.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Perfect.
So
Yes.
overall, it's just like I'd be willing to do that.
Because I think that concept would work really well in a longer. And maybe it also remind me a little bit like not exactly, but a little bit. What's that Netflix one that was on where it was
You?
a true story? No, not You. It was a true story. It was in England. This girl was stalking the guy.
The baby reindeer.
Oh,
Baby
yeah, baby
reindeer.
reindeer.
So like
yes.
the concept was so out of the box for
Yeah.
that. That's what that's clicking with me is that your concept is so out of. I bet you that could be a good feature or series or something.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just my
Look
brain.
into it.
I'm gonna-
Listen.
I'll think about
We have
that.
enough work on our plate right now. Give us a minute.
I'm writing a feature right now. It's
Yeah.
something unrelated. It's a new concept, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll consider doing that in the future. Did anybody else have any comments who saw the film? Nick, you like You worked on it, so I don't know.
So I'm biased.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a little biased.
Not a single day on set though. I was only
Yeah, because
behind
you were
the scenes.
the behind the scenes.
So I got
Sound
to
like
sit
me.
in my cushy piano bench and tap
yeah,
away
yeah,
at
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not in the mean streets of downtown Windsor. Not for me. No, sorry. Well, I feel like even I learned something new here today because for the Foley of the punching sounds, I just assumed you punched Sweeney in the face many times. But I'm glad to learn that he's all right, and I guess. And where would a curious viewer find these movies? Dimitri?
Well, at the moment, I don't have them uploaded publicly. However, they are going to be at more festivals.
Yeah.
I just admitted to some more festivals. I'm hoping to get them through more of a circuit, and then eventually, I'm thinking I might upload them to a site called Film Hub, which is basically a streaming platform for independent short films.
Very cool.
So that's probably where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
So look out for Dave a Vampire and Failed Exposure on both of those platforms.
Perfect.
On that platform. Yeah.
Gerber Baby, did you see?
Yeah, I saw. I stopped.
I know.
How was that day? Everyone said so much about the film, so I'll just say the one thing that's on my mind, the not the opening shot, but the opening credit roll shot where it's rolling through this. I loved that shot.
I did too.
That was really
There's
great.
just something about it, just it's so. How you say it's got that je ne sais quoi, right? It's just I love it. I love it.
It's that it factor.
I liked that shot quite a bit too. A lot of people complimented that shot specifically. And that one it's a merging of two shots. So we did the main crux of it on the day of during the Oscars, and then we did a reshoot. So what I did is right before we panned down to Brandon's shoes, it cuts.
Oh.
So there's a subtle cut. So because I didn't like the way it ended when we originally did it, so when we did it a second time, I just Frankenstein them together.
Frankenstein them.
Yeah,
You're cracking me up.
yeah.
We had this conversation last pod, just how much behind the scenes work goes in that people don't really understand how long it takes to get something to actual point where you get to have viewers, right?
For sure.
And there's a lot of things that I've done, Dimitri knows over the years, I've been 100% the behind the scenes person. I'm the logistics person. I'm the health and safety person. I'm the finance person. All of those things that are needed on things that we do, and it may not seem creative. I sat back for a long time, not being creative. And then I said, okay, I had enough. No, I'm still doing it. But yeah, so now we're just, moving forward. But I think it's great that there's two things here. One, I think that your evolution is incredible, from film camp to camp counselor to filmmaker. And I think that that's incredible. And you have come a really long way. So I feel like one of those proud mamas moments, you know what I mean? So every time she knows me too well. But I do, it's just because there's been an evolution that I have witnessed. And I think that that's amazing, right? And I congratulate you on that. Keep going. We're going to do lots. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to make Nick do lots too, because that's how we roll around here.
I appreciate all the kind words about the films. I was really happy with the turnout.
Yeah.
And that, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. So it's been fun.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I think one thing we can do is we can ask both maybe Ed first and then Nick, about their journey in filmmaking.
Yeah. So
So-
and Julia, being Julia, she has
I
like
came
a whole
prepared
list
today,
of
a bunch of
questions.
questions.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
So
I
we're
did.
gonna move into that now because I did want to spend time on your movie specific,
Got it.
Yes.
but then I generationally want to have conversations, and Julia's got some good questions just about maybe Ed, how you sort of got into it, what's going to happen, you the same thing, where you're at, what's going, how long. I will tell you that I've said consistently that the reason, so I had a story that sat for 30 years. It's been 30 years, I think. I know I'm old. Shut up.
I didn't say a
trying to
word.
do
I
the
wasn't
math.
even
I'm trying to do the
looking
math.
at you.
Yeah.
Catching
and
strays.
first of all, it probably would have never been made before. It is time now. The concept would not have been saleable back then. But the whole reason why I shifted about a year ago into bringing this all back out and starting again and getting the film going and getting everything was because I watched a program on TV that there was a 103-year-old lady that said that she'd been to every country except one, and these Say Yes TV show took her to Australia where she hadn't been at 103. And she was saying on the radio, like, physically she was in a wheelchair and she had some difficulties, but mentally she was all there. Like it was, and she was on the radio saying, you're never too old to make your dreams happen. And I had sort of gotten to the point where I was like, I don't know if this is going to happen because I'm at an age now where can I have the energy? Do I have the energy to do this? Right. And if a 103-year-old person can do this, then what am I crying about? Like, get your butt out there. So that was sort of how we got to it. So that's also where I got to, like, generation. Let's have conversations about how things were, how things are, where we're at, what we're doing. Go for it. Say your questions.
No. They got to get into their story
All right.
first.
So let's start with Ed because he hasn't said
then I'll
much
ask my
yet.
questions.
So
Yeah.
let's get him to
give
talk.
Ned
I'm the
some space.
silent, quiet type on the sofa, I believe.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us, like, yeah, so how did you get into acting? Where are you at with it?
Yeah.
You know.
But while you were talking, it made me reflect on something that came to my mind
Okay.
when I was 65.
Okay.
And we were on vacation with the family, my daughter and wife, we were all together. And my daughter says, oh, they have skydiving here. Why don't we do that? I
Yeah.
go, oh, no, it's not going to happen. and over the night, I thought, I will never be younger. I will never be healthier. This is an opportunity to make a really great memory for both of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So we got onto this little tiny plane and we must have circled like forever to get to, I think it was 10,000 feet.
Yep.
And I was thinking, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I got, what are they going to do? Take me back to the airport, which they would have done.
They would. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought, well, this is really stupid. I said, I can do it, but she has to go first. Only so that I could see how the operation went.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once she went out, I was next. And I laughed all the way till we landed. It
Oh,
was the
that's
most
amazing.
exhilarating thing I've ever done.
Yep.
It's one of those things you think, oh, I could do that again. Like it was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
much
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Like once you get over the initial fear, it was so rewarding.
Do you think, so maybe off topic, but I've gone into this sort of thing where, and I don't know how healthy this is. I'm like, well, I can do it. You know, if something happens, something happens. I'm at an age now, well,
It's not
whatever.
healthy for you.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, you be quiet. No, but like we did in Calgary, they have the highest zip line in the world, apparently, like
Wow.
because it goes off the ski jump from the Olympics.
Oh, right,
Yeah, so you actually have to like go up the mountain and then take an elevator up.
yeah. Oh.
That's high.
Yeah. So, and you're up there and it's like this, right? Because it's a ski jump. And you literally have to like go on your bum to get down to where you get hooked in. Anyways, so I did that and someone says, well, like, should you really be doing that? Like for my health. And I said, who cares? If something happens at this point, something happens. Like I'm done sitting here going boo-hoo me, something could happen. So that's sort of where my attitude is a little
Yeah.
bit more. It's not, I don't have a death wish.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying we got to try
Yeah,
sometimes,
absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not the best thing for me. I'm not gonna lie, but it was great. It was a great I did laugh the same as you. Like I came off and I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever done.
I'm glad you did that.
I'm not going to do it again, I don't think, but yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. So what about your acting career?
Well, it happened by accident, really.
Okay.
Yeah, people say, how long have you been acting? And I go, well, probably about 12 years. Like, I was retired.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting at home, and I got a message from a coworker who was still working,
Yep.
whose children had an agent.
Okay.
And they were making the Birder in Windsor at that time.
Oh, wow.
And she calls, Ed, they need people your age, just
Your age.
your age,
Gee,
to sit in the
thanks.
background and just fill up chairs. I go, I would love to see how a film was made.
Oh, cool.
And she said, don't be surprised if you're approached by Sarah Ilionich to
Yep.
be represented by her. And I said, I don't think she will, but let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And that was the start.
Amazing.
And I've been pretty busy ever since. And
Yeah.
I pursue it less actively now than I did initially.
Okay.
It's a tough business. And
It is tough,
I did
yeah.
many auditions in Toronto, got some callbacks, got some commercials, got
Yeah.
into a music video.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But they pay, well, back then they paid like $300, and you got the initial audition and then maybe a callback and then the film. So you got way more than 300 invested. And I knew at this age I wasn't going to make a big break into Hollywood.
Yeah.
So- and after 3 years, I thought I can stay just as busy locally, making a lot less and spending even
Less. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my net loss is much. It's probably zero because I do
Zero.
get some stipends from some jobs. So
Yeah.
it's probably a zero now. And I have a whole community of new friends locally. So
Yeah.
it's been fun.
It has
It's still
been?
fun.
That's good. Yeah. Well, I know like that's the whole purpose of this center, right? The media center, the Windsor Center for Film, Digital Media, is to connect people and to grow the industry here in Windsor. So exactly what you're talking about doesn't have to continue to keep happening. We have actors that have had to go to Vancouver, and because that's where there's a lot more happening. They come home because they can't afford to stay there.
That's right.
They come back to Windsor. So, we're trying to support, we're making an effort here to support local talent in every aspect of films so that it can grow.
Yes.
So we have conversations like this and you telling us what's happening, we can grow here.
Yeah.
And the expensive thing, and you know how many community members will let you use a facility for free here instead of having to pay for certain things, which helps local filmmakers, right? Because the other conversation we continue to have is Canadian money is not like American money supporting films. It's just not there. Investors are not there like they are in the States. We do know that there's grants, there's government grants, there's other grants. We just wrote a Kodak grant. There are grants, but the amount of support for an American film is always more than a Canadian one.
In the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah. In the U.S. My apologies. Yes. In the U.S. So, having a center like this that can support what we do, can support and bring people together that need each other, the networking events that we've done.
Yes.
So that you meet people and you can get somebody, you know what I mean? We hope we can keep doing that. And through the podcast too, we want to highlight the people that are doing things and support them so that they can get known for whatever they might do, but can stay here. And now with things, like a lot of auditions, I was doing research. And do you know that how many auditions since COVID now are online? You don't the actor doesn't even have to go to there anymore unless they really want to, you know what I mean? But usually the first audition can be online now. So that has changed things as well.
Yeah.
I do think that if you have a couple and you're not sure, that you should see them in person. That's just my opinion, just because I've seen some things
Yes.
not come across properly. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I need to, it's me, it's my detail thing. Dimitri's probably laughing at me right now. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm sure, is there any film that you can tell us about that's just been an experience that you couldn't believe you had? Stands out?
Well, they were all outstanding. My problem with memory.
Yeah, me too.
I guess just to throw out the Vampire Zombies from Outer Space.
Yeah, Mike's
That
film,
was so much fun.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Jacob and Alex
Jacob Skarsgård,
and Mike Stasko. Jacob had written that movie so long ago.
I know.
And everybody in the film has been in Jacob's life at some point.
At some point, yeah.
So everyone that had a little cameo was written for them.
Yeah.
So that crazy guy was written for me.
Yeah.
You see me at the end of the film. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Jacob's good. It's funny because I did the payroll for that.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I didn't meet a lot of the people that worked on the film face to face, but I did the financials and the payroll for the movie. So they go, "Oh, I saw your name on emails." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." See, again, I was behind the scenes for that movie.
Yeah.
So I've had my hand in things so much in Windsor, but it's just been, whenever I'll do it.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, because again, you need to do payroll, you have to understand payroll, but there was no money to pay someone to do payroll. So yeah, okay, I'll jump on and help you. Do you know what I mean? So I that's been the same thing, right? I've supported more people than you could possibly imagine for free.
Yes.
For many years, and I have had zero sort of it doesn't. If you ask, I'm probably
Recognition? Is it
no, not recognition. Just it's never been you owe me or something. There's zero expectation of return. That's what I mean.
Right.
I don't do it to.
You're in it for the love of the game.
Yeah, I want our industry to grow. I want our industry to be here in Windsor and support it. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to walk over the coals for a minute or two. So yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Excellent.
Yeah. What about
How did you get into acting?
Well, I don't know if I would say I got into acting.
That's
but
fair.
We can say film.
Film? Yeah,
But one thing I wanted to add to the end of that is that so this Jacob guy had cameos planned out for everyone in that movie, and he saw you and thought, yeah, that guy would make a great maniac.
Well, I'd been with them for 48 hours for many years, so
Okay.
I think he wanted to reward us for unpaid work.
Years
I mean,
of
it was-
service. Okay.
So it was a tribute to everyone that was loyal to him in the early years.
Fair enough.
Very nice.
But yeah, well, I'm sort of Dimitri's henchman on the set. I'm sort of his jack of all trades. On paper, I am a production assistant of Paperweight Owl Productions. That's what I put on the resume. It's a nice little thing. So what have I done? I've been an extra on some of Dimitri's movies. I've co-written. I've done some voice acting. I've done some music. I've done some set work, you know. So I haven't really done any one area. Film wasn't really a hobby that I imagined myself really getting into, even locally. But I was sort of along for the ride, right? I was
Yeah.
along with it because Dimitri's a very ambitious local director, and there's always something to help with on a set. And so that's sort of been my local experience of there's always something to do. Whenever you want to hop in and try something new, there's always room for one more. And so that's what I would say my experience with that has been. And you know, I was a theater kid in high school, right? And so there was the natural inclination, you know. We did the school play. Well, it's funny now that I mention it. I'm Dimitri's henchman on set, and in the school play, I was also the evil henchman. So I think maybe a pattern is emerging here. But that's the overall trajectory of it for me.
Very nice.
So Julia, you got some questions.
Oh, I do have questions.
Why don't you ask some of your questions?
Okay. So, because we do have a lot of intergenerational conversation on our podcast, a lot of these are like generational based. Okay, so which actor from any generation would you love or have loved to work with? So we'll start with you.
I guess Robin Williams would be a treat. to
Oh,
work
that
with.
would have been good, yeah.
He improvises really well. He's manic. He's just a lot of fun to watch. I can imagine any set with Robin Williams would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a good
Well,
one.
I want to pick someone dead.
I want to pick somebody dead.
Because you know, like if you're only gonna have the one opportunity.
Yeah.
But the ones that did come to mind are thankfully still alive.
Nice.
And so I really like J.K. Simmons, and I really like Willem Dafoe. I'm what I love
Both
best in a movie is a character actor who can really just tear up the scenery and be a little freak for the audience. And I think they really excel at that.
Very nice.
And well, I might still have the chance. They are still with us, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm trying to think back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I should have named somebody alive as well. That improves my chances.
Yeah.
Well, you know, for the sake of naming someone no longer with us, I'll say Gregory Peck.
Oh,
That was mine
that's
too.
good,
I
yeah.
had Gregory Peck. That was mine. I was gonna say.
I went to the leading man. Well, I don't know. Willem Dafoe, J.K. They're sort of more supporting actors, but at least one leading man in there.
So as an extension, not this wouldn't apply to Robin Williams, but work with them now or work with them earlier in their careers. Like what would be
peak
career,
career,
yeah.
or like they're
like William Dafoe? I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like in my brain, I'm like it doesn't matter. He's been
Willem.
amazing all the way, right? But I don't know.
For me, I think I'd want to work with them at their peak as opposed to the rise up or the decline. Like when they're at peak performance, I think is when I'd want to
When you
observe
want,
and
yeah.
learn from them.
That's a good point.
Well, I think you're right. I think with Willem Dafoe, he basically has existed unchanged.
Yep.
He's just some sort of fixture.
Oh
in
yeah,
Hollywood,
like there's
you
just
know?
something, you know what I mean? Like you're just like, what?
He barely looks older. You know?
I
Like,
know.
you see some of his movies, you're like, oh, he's aged really well. You know, he's doing all right for himself.
And then he was
uh,
modeling that villains model show that one time. Did you see that? I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, and you should see the poses he can do. He's really
I know.
unusually
Weirdly
flexible.
flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just anyway. Sorry.
So I guess like any era, Willem Dafoe
With Willem
doesn't
Dafoe.
really matter.
Yeah.
Dafoe.
He's also a very busy actor. Like,
He is
Yeah.
very busy.
he
Yeah.
takes on so much.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that in any actor. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, you know, how much they take on in regards to like, you know, they're just a willingness to work and a willingness to take on many different types of projects.
Yeah.
I think reflects really well in an actor's character. You know.
Yeah.
There was one time he did a movie, and I'm names. I have Sometimers, so yeah, I name is you.
I suffered from that.
Yeah. So he did a movie with Madonna.
No. Okay.
Okay. Did you?
Can you describe it a little bit?
Yeah.
So he's like,
Madonna, Willem Dafoe. Come on, Dimitri.
no, okay, this was a long time ago, but basically, like she was sort of a suspect, and he was like an investigator and everything. And I didn't think I was gonna like the film because I was like Madonna, Willem Dafoe, and it just didn't seem like
It's
a
an
match.
unusual
In my
combination.
brain, it was like, what is combination is this? The movie was really good.
Body
was
of
the-
evidence.
That's correct. Yes,
Body of evidence.
it's like a thriller. It's a thriller. You would actually like it. But anyways, because I was very surprised. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this under duress. And then I was like, okay, because it was very well
Yeah.
done. And she didn't really. The chemistry between them was really. I was shocked. I was like, whoa. And then she wasn't. She didn't put enough in to make a difference of if the movie would have been successful or not. If that does that make sense? He carried that whole thing. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's why. But I was like, Donna, like, what the heck, Will? Anyways, go on.
Okay. Do you think it is easier or harder in this era of smartphones and social media to break into acting and film?
Try to go first.
No, well, you go on, sir.
Yeah, I think many times it's almost, well, in my case, it was accidental. Like I would never striving to be an actor. So it'd be a totally different story for other persons in the business who are anxious to get into it and don't know how. And then I stumbled into it and have done okay. So I really feel sorry sometimes for the younger folks. I remember going to some early acting classes where everyone looks like Nick and Julia. Everyone's young.
Or Nick.
Or Nick.
Or the other Nick. I'd already retired.
Yeah.
So I had an income to rely on, but these people were risking everything to move forward. And maybe just a shout out to Gavin Michael Booth, who attended a lecture at Fusion Talent Agency. And he gave some really insightful things as to what you have to expect if you're going into this industry.
Yeah.
And to shock people, he said, I want you to pull out your phone. If you're wanting to act, he said, pull out your phone, delete all your contacts, pull out your wallet, and throw all your money away. You have to be able to live with that while you establish yourself as an actor. And
Yeah.
I think it shocked everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Like the commitment and the challenge to actually make it onto a screen is really tough. So,
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah. So, it's not for everybody, but you have to know the challenges ahead of you and you have to stick it out.
See, I think I never wanted to be an actor or on screen. I always wanted to write and direct. That was 100% what I wanted. I never wanted to be the person because to me, I want to tell you what to do and I have a vision and I can see but directors would be telling me and I would be like, no, that's not how I see it. So I couldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could do it. That's not to say I never would. Like, if I had to be an extra, I'm sure I'd be fine. But you know what I mean? Like, I could never see myself in front of the camera.
Yet there's always ways to plant a seed.
That's true too. Yes.
Have you thought of what it might look like from this angle?
Yeah.
Or, maybe my shirt has to be ripped or there's other ways to say.
Well, even
have you
like
considered.
in the car today, Dimitri and I we were looking for a leading lady for the film that we're doing, and a recommendation was given to me, and right away I discussed it with Dimitri. I knew what I felt about the person, but I wanted to hear his opinion. And even with the huge generational gap, our opinion was exactly the same. So I was like, okay, phew, because I sometimes I'm wondering if it's coming from my generational brain that thinks that should be something like this. But when he said the same thing, I was like, okay, I feel better now.
And I think some of those things aren't age related.
Yeah.
Like I still see myself oddly as a 30-year-old.
Yes.
And I work with a lot of young people at university and we all think the same.
Yes.
Like our opinions maybe on Christianity or there's certain subjects maybe where we differ, but we're all basically the same person. And one of my lines is, we don't grow up. We just get older.
Yes. I would agree.
You know, 'cause
100%.
I'm still in my mind younger.
Me too.
Until, as my mother said, till we look in the mirror and realize that,
Who's that?
things have happened.
Yeah. I say that all the time too. Like, I don't feel like my brain wants to do things. My body goes, no. No.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. But I do the same thing. I think about things and I get along really well, like with generations, different generation. I don't have I can't talk to you, you're too young. Do you know what I mean? And I have I don't know, do you have this? Like when it comes to like young kids, like anything under 5, it's like an immediate attachment to me. I'm like, it's like I suck. They just come and they're just mine. They just become mine. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. But hence the Nona. But anyways, yeah. What about you?
Well, I think in the smartphone era that it's maybe easier for directors to break into it.
Okay.
I think for actors, it seems like it's more or less the same or maybe a little harder.
Okay.
And so when I say with directors, having a camera in your pocket at all times that you can record
True.
anything with. It's
True.
democratized
Yes.
filmmaking.
Yes.
Anyone can do it.
Yep.
Not everyone is educated in filmmaking, but
Yeah.
they can sort of self-learn or go on the fly or watch
Yeah.
a lot of movies and get the gist of it.
Yep.
And so you do hear of directors who start on YouTube, like Joel
Yep.
Haver, who we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
This is a guy who
Sinking
is
again.
he made 12 films in like the last 2 years.
Yep.
He has a large devoted audience. He's got like 2 million subscribers, right? He makes short films. He makes whatever he wants. He's able to live off of it. He is well off enough that he's turned down Netflix deals because
Yeah.
he thought I wanted more creative control and he could afford to do that.
Yep.
And so he's basically he's a successful director, and
Yeah.
not in a Hollywood way, but in a sort of like middle class director kind
Yeah.
of way. He's made it.
He's made it. Yeah.
But for actors, when I think, okay, can I think of any directors who have made it from like translating YouTube or indie film into Hollywood? I can think of a few.
Yeah.
For actors, I'm like, well, who is there really? It's still all Hollywood circuit ultimately. And I'm sure there's a lot of those, like so-called middle class film festival local circuit actors out there who can make like a decent amount of money on it. But it doesn't seem like it's really made too much of a difference from how it used to be.
Okay.
And even when you get actors who are trying to do it, like there's some YouTubers who start out like Markiplier. He does
Yeah.
video game videos.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to direct movies and act in movies and trying to break into Hollywood.
Yeah.
And even that guy who's got 40 million subscribers, he's well liked, he's well known, and they don't take him seriously as an actor.
Yeah.
They don't want to hire him for projects, even though he has this giant built-in audience. So I think I think it's sort of split. In some
Yeah.
ways it's easier, in some ways I don't think it's really changed.
Do you think reality TV, because that's more your generation, like we didn't have reality TV.
I love reality TV.
Do you think that that has affected the scene, so to speak? Like
Yeah.
I know like a lot of reality stars move on to like movies and things that maybe not always should too. Like I've watched some of them and I'm like, I don't know how you got this part. Like, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you think that that's changed the landscape?
Yeah, maybe so, because you do get the sort of reality contestant who makes it into acting. you
Yeah.
know? My most toxic trait is that I think I would win Survivor really easily. But then you have people like
You have to
Jacob.
be sneaky. Are you sneaky?
I can be sneaky.
Okay, well there you go.
But you get people like Jacob Elordi, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Who-
yeah.
And he was Elvis, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What else?
Frankenstein's
He's
monster.
Frankenstein's
Frankenstein's
monster in
monster.
the new Guillermo del Toro movie.
Yeah.
But I know him as the guy from the schlocky, terrible Netflix rom-com specials.
Oh,
Who kind of
okay.
got into it through the more
Through-
reality
yeah,
TV
more reality, okay,
era.
yeah.
And now he's a serious actor,
Yeah.
or so I'm told. I still remember him from the schlock era.
I didn't like him as Elvis. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I think for the way that the Priscilla movie was told, I think he was good for that.
Oh, was he? Okay.
From that perspective, I think.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I did not. I'm sorry. I
Me
think
and
it could be
Dimitri,
my
we
age
thirst
and like
for
Generation
Priscilla.
gap.
I have a
Yeah.
specific picture of like what Elvis should be, and that didn't wash for me. But that's okay. It
I
happens.
really enjoyed that movie.
Did you?
I
Okay,
did.
so
Priscilla's
Yeah.
great.
Priscilla's great. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. What do you admire about how the older or younger generation approaches their craft?
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. I guess I'm always surprised at how open the younger generation is to working with people of my age. Like, there seems to be no age gap in my mind. When I'm on set, I feel like I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
not
good.
sure that they feel like they're one of me. I don't know if I'm infiltrating to their group, but I find the openness is amazing.
Oh, good.
They don't seem to have a definition for age discrimination.
Well, I think an actor is an actor is an actor.
That's-
And just like there's no.
Yeah, that's the feeling.
Yeah,
We're
that-
all here to get this thing done, and
Yeah.
we all help one another through.
Yeah.
and the craft of filmmaking specifically.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that from what I'm told, in the pre-internet days,
Mm-hmm.
there was more creative focus, and what I mean by that is there were more shared cultural experiences. Everyone would watch the same show at the same time.
Yeah.
And everyone could like go to work or school the next day and be like, "Oh, did you just watch that
Yeah.
episode? Did you,
Yeah.
can you believe that this happened?" And now culture and pop culture are so much more atomized. No one is really watching the exact same thing all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think that one of the benefits of that era and people who grew up in that era is that they have more of a cultural grounding. They're able to better refer to shared experiences in culture and film and cinema.
Yeah.
And so I think that in a subtle way is a skill in of itself. And I think that with like a billion different potential interests younger people can have, it can be harder for them to create in a universal way.
Okay.
It just seems like back in the 50s and 60s, everything, if there were just 3 networks, it was so focused on just like a couple of shows. Like,
Yeah.
it seemed a more narrow focus and maybe not as wide as it is now. Like there's so many options
Platforms,
for
yeah.
platforms for viewing and finding things that interest you. But
Yeah. I know, and we'll talk about verticals in a minute too, but like that's the thing. Like, not only do we have all these platforms on the TV, now you have platforms on your phone. Like it's everywhere now, right?
Yeah. I think the way I heard it put once is that before the internet, you could put a celebrity in a room of 1,000 people and like 999 people would
Would know
recognize
them,
who
yeah.
it is. And now it's you put a celebrity in a room of 1,000 people and maybe 100 of them know who it is,
Yeah.
but they love them and they
Yeah.
like follow all of their work religiously.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the difference with it.
That makes sense.
What do you think the younger generation can learn from your generation and vice versa?
probably absolutely nothing. You know, I always say you look around you and you learn from the best. You know, there's good and bad, and just learn from good people. And
Yeah.
I don't know what you would learn from our generation. I think your generation will live fuller lives, maybe. I think you're going to have more opportunities to experiment without limits of, you know, parental guidance or maybe government interference. I think the world will be yours.
Yeah.
I give it to you. You can have it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you
I
think?
think we
Take
had
it.
a lot of like rules, I want to say, that are not adhered to anymore. I'm not saying they have to be. I'm just saying like we were really kind of
Rules oriented.
Butt cleavage that Maria hates.
don't start on that. But yeah, we did have like a lot of this is the way it is, right?
Yeah.
And so and I don't think that helps with anything, but you don't have that restriction anymore that we had, right? And there were a lot of like now to me though, there are some things that you don't have restrictions for that I always go, maybe there should be one. Like we were but we could have been killed too, but what am I saying? You know, like when they say that, you know, the standard thing is, you know, out till the lights on the street.
Oh, right.
Come on, right? That's a standard comment that everybody talks about. You know, and something could have happened. We could have been kidnapped. We could have been, right? But now it's a different way now. Now it's online. Now you're afraid that they're meeting people online. Your children are meeting people online. There's less restrictions, right? So you don't know what's happening, right? In a neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, if you're out in the neighborhood, you're out with other kids in the neighborhood. Somebody knew where people were. Do you know what I mean? And now if you're on online, I think it's scarier. Does that make
Yeah, that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. Like, I hope to have my own kids someday.
Yeah.
And if you told me, hey, do you want to give them like unlimited access to the internet, or do you just want to let them loose in the streets?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, the streets anytime.
the neighborhood? The
Yeah, the
neighborhood.
neighborhood. Like my mom tells me stories about how she and her older brother would go out and they would like there was no security anywhere at the time. And they would just like go
No.
wandering into construction yards and
Yeah.
play in the pit of broken glass, and then they would go
Yeah.
home and just not tell their parents about it. And and maybe they shouldn't be doing that, perhaps.
That's why I
But,
said like there's probably a lot of things we shouldn't have done, but we did. Like we didn't have seatbelt rules
Yeah,
back then,
yeah,
right? Like,
like-
you were in the car without seatbelt.
I mean, that is
like,
one that's kind of needed, but yeah.
We probably need those.
No, I'm not saying that things were not neat. I'm just saying it's funny because there's so many things we probably could have been killed, right? Like
Yeah.
you're
And many were.
Yeah, that's true, too,
On,
yeah.
on the one hand, the risk of physical injury is part of growing up,
correct.
but on the other hand, people and especially children weren't really meant to have complete and total access to basically all human knowledge and whatever anyone wants to make
Yeah.
up at any
No,
given time.
yeah, that's my thing. It's so different now. The access, you know, it's unfeathered, I guess you could say, right? And then if you're not paying attention to a child, that child may be getting so much misinformation and getting into something you just don't know, right? Like they have all these documentaries too now that they're talking about con artists, like what was that? Even dating, because you said Tinder swindler. There's one.
Yeah.
What
Tinder
are they
swindler.
called? The pickup artist people.
Yeah.
Pickup Artist Academy, where you pay a guy like $3,000 in Las Vegas to learn how to
Yeah.
talk to women.
Okay, that's ridiculous. But anyways,
I was on that episode of Criminal Minds, I think, right? There's like
was there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like things like that it's scary if you ask
Yeah.
me. Like you don't know, right? You don't and no offense, but you're four males in this room that don't understand that as women, we have many more things that we have to do to stay safe
Yeah.
than you do. So, it's even scarier sometimes when you think about something, right?
100%.
And so we're worried, like, is this a real person that you're talking to
Yeah.
online? Is this, it's an immediate thing. We don't want to give out information. We're afraid to give out information. We're afraid to do, because you don't know, right? And as women, we're trying, okay, well, I'm afraid. Let me just, she's laughing at me.
I'm absorbing what you're saying.
Absorbing. But anyways.
I was agreeing with
Oh,
you.
okay. So yeah, so I'm just saying, like, it's very different for women than it is for men too, even for a lot of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I would never have been able to go certain places without somebody with me when I was younger.
Yes.
That's just the way it was because but my brother, but that's just the way it was, and we just accept it. But as you get older and you get into things, you also realize that there's a truth to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what do you think the older generation can learn from our generation?
What the older generation? I thought it was the other way around. I thought he covered that one, didn't he?
No.
No?
It's what
he said you could learn from
we
him.
can
Now,
learn
what
from
can
him.
he learn
What
from
can
you?
he learn from you?
What can he learn from me?
Or what can we?
Oh.
What can I learn
What
from
can
you?
you learn
Yes.
from me? Okay.
Lots of stuff.
Probably computer skills.
Yeah, well, sure. That's sort of a cop-out answer, but it is
Yeah.
true. Well, I think it's sort of like a recursive loop. Like there's advice that kind of comes back in on itself, right? Because when you're young, you're taught by your parents, don't believe everything you see on TV. And then when you're sort of still like young, but not like not a child anymore, your parents come to you and be like, I saw this crazy thing on the internet.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And it is definitely true.
Yeah.
I do that with my
You
son all
know?
the time. Did you see this?
Did you see
like,
this?
no, it's AI,
did you see
actually.
this bridge that exploded and then a puppy jumped into the river and saved the baby? And then they were on a deserted island.
Okay,
and-
well, let's not exact. I'm not that bad, but anyway.
But I've seen that one.
Nick's
Yeah, I
look
have.
at Nick's falling off his
You know
chair over
exactly
there.
And there's like so many of them that's like AI generated, where it's
Yeah,
like a giant,
yeah.
giant like sand sculpture of Jesus, and
Yeah.
then you get like a million responses that are like, "Oh, praise be," or "I can't believe the most
Yeah.
devout
Yeah.
are able to do this.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful." So it's sort of like, well, you taught us not to believe everything you see on TV, and now we
Why
kind of
are
have
you?
to teach you
Yeah.
how to look out for what not to believe on the internet.
That's so true.
It's usually my first question. Is that AI?
Yeah, you have
That's my first
and
question.
It's scary. It can be really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like even over the span of like it's been like a year since it really took off.
Yeah.
And it's already for certain some of them almost impossible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've had discussions on the pod regarding AI and the comfort of AI, and all of us have said no, we're not 100% comfortable with it. My reasoning is like I'm afraid that people are going to lose the ability to think for themselves, to resolve, to
you
you know
hear
what
this
I
with
mean?
students
If
who
all
say
you have to do is
chat sort
ask
of
something
thing.
a question,
absolutely, yeah.
you're never thinking.
Yeah. No, because when it first came out, when AI was first starting to be a thing,
Yep.
they had like Midjourney and these different
Yeah.
AI engines where you
Yeah.
could like fabricate any image you want.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. I can like people would put in goofy stuff. They
Yeah.
would be putting in like one of the ones I remember was like Luke Skywalker Yoda rom-com where it was like they're on Dagobah
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
small
yeah,
planet
yeah.
and they're like their hands touch on
Yeah.
Oh my
on the
goodness
like
gracious.
yeah, and that was at the time I'm like, oh, this is funny. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
quaint,
yeah,
this
yeah.
This is harmless. And it's gotten so much more advanced even in just that
Yeah.
1 year that it's like, oh yeah, this is kind of
Yeah.
scary now. Yeah.
But think about like our licenses. Both you and I have specific licenses, right? And that we pay for to have. And you can just go online now and get the information that we had to pay like years of schooling for and have to
Hallucinated
continue.
cases. Did you hear about that?
The what? I'm sorry.
Hallucinated cases where lawyers would
Yes.
search up or tell ChatGPT, here's my situation, what cases can I refer to?
Can I refer to? Yeah.
And then they see it, they put it into their court filing, and then the judge reads it and says, this isn't a real case.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got it, but
Yeah.
it got made up. And so the bot will just make things
Make
up.
things
And
up,
if you're
yeah.
not careful,
Yeah.
your case will get thrown out and your client's
Well,
going
you
into
would think
slammer.
that they would be smart enough to actually, because there is, well, this, there's an actual site that you can look up certain precedents and certain cases. Look it up. Like it's not that I have to do that. Why can't you? Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, sorry.
Let's go
I
back to the
digress.
Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah. You know
Okay,
what?
I don't want to go back that far, but okay.
AI has given the children creatively the number one thing they've came up with since AI has been popularized is the fucking 6'7".
Oh my god. You
That's
ate
that's
that.
because of AI, and I will
AI?
die on that hill.
I didn't know that was AI. I
No,
heard that.
but definitely it's stealing their creativity, and that's what they think is so funny now.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever.
Anyway,
Very good.
okay,
Very
my
dumb.
last question, because Nick gave us a
Did he?
signal. Oh my god. Okay, if you could swap eras and start your career over in the other's generation, would you, and why?
No.
Ed, no,
No,
that
you
was
wanna
really
start
quick
today?
answer. You
That's
knew
a
that.
hard no.
That's a hard no.
You know, I would never want to go back to any particular
Yeah.
any particular
Yeah.
time. I guess if I fantasize about it, maybe 30 or 40, like
Okay, yeah.
in your prime health. But all my experiences past those years add on to who I am today.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to swap. I'm just
Gotcha.
going to keep going till I fall
Okay.
over.
Me too.
But I interpreted the question differently. This is
Yeah.
interesting. I was imagining it as like a decade thing. Like,
Yeah.
if
Oh, there you
could-
go. There
Yeah,
you
it
go.
Like,
was.
would you want to be in your prime in this year, 2025?
Yeah.
Or are you happy where the timeline landed up, or would you have you wanted to start earlier?
Yeah.
I think I'll stay with my original answer.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty satisfied with where I am. Sometimes I think about like I daydream about time traveling sometimes.
Oh, that.
And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I don't want to go so far back that I don't have shampoo and you know,
Yeah.
a toilet with running water.
That's fair.
I think ultimately I would stick with where I am now
Okay.
because the grass is nostalgia. The grass is always greener in the past.
Yeah.
But I do have a great fascination with the 1970s as like a time period.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Hence the
Yeah.
stop.
Hence, yeah.
Those
get-
are 1970s for sure.
It was fun, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going back.
Camp Wanda Wega socks.
Oh.
Wanda Wega. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so like you know, it's the joke is that I've got a Volkswagen, I've got the fuzzy dice out,
Yeah.
out in the lot there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I listen to the Beatles, right? So it's
There's nothing wrong with all of that.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with all of it. When I was doing my history graduate degree,
Yep.
my like specialty was American politics in like the late 60s, early
Very cool.
70s.
Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon, exactly.
Watergate.
And so for me, it's like there's sort of a certain temptation to want to say I would live back then.
Yeah.
Because I have an affinity for it.
Yep.
But then also that's, you know, there was a lot of nasty stuff about the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot more bigotry.
Yep.
There was a lot more poverty.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a lot more
A lot more war.
a lot more war.
Vietnam. Yep.
You know, the constant looming threat of nuclear holocaust probably wasn't great. So there's like the charm to it, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the charm is from a distance, and it probably wouldn't be as fun to live through it as it is to imagine living through
Yeah.
it.
I think every decade, every generation has something, right? Goods and like the good and bad, right?
Yeah.
I think that Jillian and I have had this conversation before. I wish I was in my prime now a little bit because I was so into sports and as a woman into these
Yeah.
male-dominated fields, I didn't have the opportunities that are here now. Like
Yeah.
we have a professional women's league. I would have loved to have had the opportunity to play in that, and I didn't have that in my time, right?
Right.
So there are some things like that I
Yeah.
think about that I wish I could change a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are,
Absolutely.
but not the full like gamut of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's part of the hesitance. Like, I barely want to go back to the 1970s, and I'm a white man. You know? Like, it's sort of the thing
Yeah,
where it's
exactly,
like,
yeah.
well,
White man.
You know,
White
it's-
man, what? You can't say that on
There's
TV. No, I'm just
probably
kidding.
even worse calculations for a lot of other
Yeah,
people out there.
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and women like, and then we've had this discussion too, as far as we seem to be going backwards for women's rights too right
Yeah,
now, like
certain
which is
ways,
making me cuckoo crazy. But anyway,
Or I might take a gamble, and I might say, put me in my prime in like 2099, and we'll just see how we're doing
Down.
See how we're
75
doing,
years from
yeah.
now. Take a blind guess, and I'll give it a try, and
Yeah.
go from there.
there you go.
Well, I guess I'll extend it to Dimitri and Nick too. Is there like a particular era and time that you would like to be in your prime and you go back there to start your career?
Who's going first?
Dimitri's gonna be the 1920s.
Yeah, I was
30s.
just that's what I was thinking.
Right
I'm
now,
like,
Dimitri's
black and
going
white
back.
movies. Dimitri's like, send me.
I'll tell you, Dimitri will agree with me. He's gonna go back to the 1970s and then make Star Wars and then get off.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
In all seriousness, I'm tempted to say the 70s because of what the same reasons Nick described. I listen to the Beatles. I love Martin Scorsese. Like, I'm just obsessed
You
with.
could be friends with him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm obsessed with 70s stuff.
Yeah.
However, as a human being and as a filmmaker and whatever, I feel like it would have been best if I were in my prime in the 90s. Because that's
Oh,
when
I
the
didn't
video
expect that.
That's when the video store independent filmmaker generation came about, like
Yeah.
Tarantino,
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson, people who grew up watching movies. There were opportunities for them to break in.
Yeah.
People were hungry for new stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people aren't today, but it's a little harder to break in
Okay.
with the oversaturation
Yeah.
of streaming and what have you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, I think the market was best for somebody like me or many others to break into the industry
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s. So I would say the 90s.
And you would still be of good enough health to still film this for us in 2025.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
My answer is gonna be really similar to yours. I'm gonna say the prime in the 2000s because there was
Early
like a-
2000s.
early 2000s, just a little bit after I was born, basically. But there was such a technological shift with kind of the burgeoning of the internet
Mm-hmm.
that it's in the same way that it's like, hey, the 90s had this slipstream into
Yeah.
modern content. You have this kind of opportunity for, hey, the burgeoning of the internet and all of the kind of market that's there. And along, I 100% invest in Bitcoin.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the
Oh my
ground
God,
floor.
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
It'd be perfect.
But
Don't invest, you could invent.
There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
invent
Invent
it. Come
it.
on.
Never mind invent.
Things bigger. No, but I agree with Dimitri, and we've had this conversation too, where I'm like, they're not really making new stuff. Like it's pretty much, it's the majority of it, I should say anyway, is just remakes
Yeah.
or just retelling of the same
Especially
story.
dealing with IP, like
Yeah,
intellectual property.
absolutely.
And the thing is, I think there is great stuff out there still.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that talent is still out there. You just have to look a little harder, and you have to, especially with film, you have to check what's playing, and sometimes you have to look into it a little more. I always say, try to see at least one independent, film or original film for that matter, every couple months.
Yeah.
That's sort of my philosophy on it, because if we don't support that,
It's not-
gonna
yeah.
get even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah,
So,
because a lot of those movies that aren't based off of Ninja Turtles or whatever,
yeah.
Yeah.
are those
Ninja
are all
Turtles.
legacy directors
Yeah.
who are given some slack because they were successful in the past, and they can make basically whatever they want.
Yeah.
But those directors aren't going to be around forever, and who's going to have the clout to convince a studio to make an original idea movie once
Yeah.
they're gone?
I think too, I think again, Dimitri and I, we talked about I saw in the 80s, I saw something at a very amazing film called Jesus of Montreal, which is, have you seen it?
No, no.
So it was an international film, but it was thought provoking and emoting. Like it really changed the way I saw a lot of things in film.
Right.
And so that's something that's stuck with me. And I'm wondering now, are we getting any kind of product like that coming out of now? Do you know what I mean? Like that was in the 80s and that really kicked my butt. So are we getting those kinds of products coming out now?
I still say yes.
Yeah.
but
I'd
it's
say so.
harder to
It's
find
harder
them.
to find.
Hard to
Yeah.
find 'em. Okay.
It's like you have to go to your film festivals.
Yeah.
You have
Absolutely.
to
Yeah.
look online. You have to
Yeah.
seek these things out if
Yeah.
you really want to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it were easier and more curated
Yeah.
for people to know where to find these sorts of films, but unfortunately it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
There's so much information. There's so many films out there. You have to really narrow in on what you're interested in.
Yeah.
So,
Also, when you said 80s and Jesus, I thought immediately popped in my head, Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's
Oh,
pretty good.
Immediately, I was
yeah,
like,
no.
I saw this movie in
No,
the
is it-
80s,
this is
and
like a-
Jesus, I was like, Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
I watch that every Easter,
Do you?
actually. Yeah.
Now, what about
yeah.
Cats? That's where it's at. huh?
No, I haven't seen Cats.
No.
No.
cats.
No cats. No,
No
thank
cats.
you. No,
I
thank
have
you.
watched.
Do you have anything more for our guests before we have to close out today?
No, but we will open that question, I guess, to the
Yeah.
comment section and our viewers. If
Yeah.
you could go live in any era, what would it be?
What would it
Vote
be?
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, I think, like I said, there's always something. Everything seems, do you see this too? Because this is not, I don't think, a question yet for you guys, but
It's an old timers question.
everything comes back around. Like something that we had in the 70s, all of a sudden I start seeing again. I'm like, oh my God, how is that back?
Everything that's old is new again.
Yeah. Like all of the, I saw, in these verticals, they're wearing these huge big, huge, chunky. I'm like, no,
Bell-bottom
don't bring
jeans.
those back. Don't bring
bottom.
that back.
Too late.
So there are things like that I consistently see from generations that come back and you're like, no. It's kind of funny. But anyways,
Yeah. I think That's all I had.
So yeah, so how we usually end, we talk about what our weeks are going to be. Anything exciting coming up for either one of you in the film genre?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
I'd
no.
have to check my phone.
Check your phone.
I'll watch some movies. Does
You
that
watch
count?
them. Yeah, that
Yes.
does count. We count that. Yes.
I unfortunately missed quite a bit of Whiff this year.
Did you?
So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back and be like, okay, what
Yeah.
did I want to see? I'll
Yeah.
rent it or something and
Yeah.
then catch up.
Catch up. Yeah.
You and Nick still have to watch Challengers. Because I know
Oh,
you
I
love
love
it.
Challengers.
It's a great movie.
We were talking about, me and Dimitri
There's
were
a
talking
vertical
about how
that
much we
copied
liked
it, so they're
kind of,
yeah.
but not
It's called
really.
Queen of the Court, and it has like a lot of aesthetic.
Yeah.
It even has like a rip off of the POV shot from the.
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Ken
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a short rant on Challengers?
It's
Or-
challenge.
Go for
the
it.
Queen of the
Let's
Court
hear it.
is
All right.
It's what we
Challengers,
do.
but less gay, if that makes sense.
It's less
Yes.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Challengers
say
has
that?
a lot of homoerotic.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
here's my pitch. Here's what I think about Challengers, and this is like a broader critique
Okay.
Okay.
of sex and film. So,
Okay.
So,
Oh my God! Don't watch verticals. Yeah. Go on. Go on.
so there's people.
Nick is still out of his chair.
There's
Next thinking
people
about the
who
pole boy.
are like our generation or younger, like Gen Z, and you often hear from them that they think there's too much sex in
Yeah.
movies. They're kind of prudes, is the stereotype of people younger than myself.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
That's the cliche, apparently, that
Okay.
like the Gen Z, like the people who are in high school now will be like, oh, that's kind of gross that there was a sex scene in this movie I just watched. I don't like that. And then, so it's an interesting thing because back in the day, like in the 70s films, everyone was sexed up out of their minds, right?
Well, that was a sexual revolution.
But
There
also,
were drugs.
also, it was very like male gaze, it was very
Yeah.
centered to
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
man's
yeah.
audience, and it was, and so I think part of the problem here may be that the modern movies have sex but no passion, and then the
Okay.
older movies were like passionate but too focused on what men wanted to see. So I think the compromise here is that we add the female gaze to movies.
That'd be
and
great.
every movie just has to have like an oiled up wrestler
Yeah.
or
Oh
like
my God.
like
Can we not?
like
You've
a
convinced me.
supermodel or
So
something.
Nick,
Speaking my language.
I don't know how much you've seen, but we rate the verticals, and our rating system is based on abs.
It's an 8-pack.
8-pack, 6-pack, 4. So that's how we rate.
Yeah.
So you get 1 to 8 because that's Julia.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. So from the women's gaze, I guess you could say.
I'm just here for the abs.
She's just here for the app. Like I'll show her someone how many abs, and she has to open it up and look. So yeah, I, that's just. how
I
we
also
are.
We're all
don't
the
need to
same
go
page.
this close because I'm not blind, Maria, but thank you.
So in conclusion, I give Challengers a 7 out of 8 abs.
Oh, there you
perfect.
go. Good
A
job.
few
I would
minor
agree.
pacing issues, but otherwise great.
Okay,
I would
good,
agree.
good review. Good review.
Would
All
agree.
right, Nick and I will get on it. We
Yeah,
can
that's
quit
your
it.
thing for next week because we're going to talk about it again.
Again, it's like we
So you
always.
have to watch it.
Oh my God! But so now I think the challenge should be just because you have joined us that both of you take a minute, and Julia will help you after we close down. Watch one vertical movie, and then give us like type of. Don't give them Pool Boy, okay?
No, that's
Can
the
you
worst
not
one.
give them
What
the
was
worst
the
one?
No, what was the one that we like all ranked pretty high? Do we remember? I'll have to like look.
It wasn't
back.
the werewolf,
werewolf
one. No, it
was
was
not,
not. No.
Wasn't it Queen of the
I
Court?
think it was Queen of the
I think it was
Was
Queen of the Court.
The
Yeah.
only critique
Hel-
is
hence-
really just like some of the similarities to Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you
We're the
all
Challengers
said.
now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being challenged to.
I just want you to see. So I want to have an opinion other than ours that, because it's on the phone, how you feel about watching a movie on the phone, and then give us like how you felt that vertical came. You might get addicted. Be prepared.
never know.
People do get addicted.
Don't worry, you fall off.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
Anyway,
just not into them anymore. I'm sorry.
I know it's very difficult now. We've said this continuously
Yeah.
now. The stories are being repeated, so there's not a lot of new that's coming out right now. So it's kind of frustrating for us, I
Yeah.
think, because we're trying to critique, but we just saw this as just different actors.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or it's the same thing, but now it's werewolves instead of vampires.
instead of vampires, and we're like,
okay.
okay, we just watched that. There was a new one on that I just saw, but I didn't see the whole thing yet. So I'll let you guys know, and we'll type it up for next week's review.
Yeah, get back to me when there's sexy Bigfoot in one of these.
No.
See, there's a lot of sex in these. Like, okay, so my son is 28. He lives in the loft of my house. Well, he did.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Anyway, and I had the vertical on my phone one day, and I was watching, and you can hear a lot of these things. You can hear a lot of these like breath sex scenes. It's like, like you can hear. There's nothing happening. You can't see anything. It's just all the noise, right? And he comes downstairs. He's just like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "A vertical." He's like, "That's a sex." I go, "There. Do you see any sex? Because right now I see nothing. Like there's nothing happening here. It's just all the noises." So there are some. They are trying to push the envelope in some of them.
I've seen
Some
a
of them
couple
are
that I'm
that
like,
are
oh,
like, yeah. Some of them are like,
Okay.
whoa, and then others are like, not at all. All you see is
Yeah.
him like pull down a strap, and that's about as far as you're gonna
wow.
see.
and then it cuts.
And then it
Yeah.
cuts. So,
Risque.
so yeah,
Bloody little clavicle action.
we're like, oh yeah, that's really
That
sexy.
ankle though.
I know.
Right? Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, there's some things like there's some really cheesy things that happen in the verticals too that we laugh at. So Tim Stein, who's one of the vertical actors we talk about a lot of times, he had his little thing on the other day, and he was saying, "Can we take this thing out about this, and can we take not do these on verticals?" And one of the things he said was, "Stop taking your jacket off and giving it to the woman." I'm like, "Why? I like that. Do you hate that? Is that okay if a guy does that?"
Yeah.
I thought that was okay. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
What's wrong with a guy giving a woman a jacket if she's cold?
Should have dressed better.
I'm gonna talk to your wife.
I'm just
You're in
afraid of that.
trouble.
Can we reverse?
Nope, too late. It's on film now.
Like, cut that. Just cut it.
I'm calling you right now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't think there's anything significant about that particular.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That action.
Yeah.
But what was the other thing he was saying? I don't know. There was something else and I agreed with, but that one I was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I thought I'd ask you guys.
Yeah.
Because if I'm somewhere and listen, if anybody knows me, they know I'm cold 24/7. So if you got another coat you want to give me, I'll take it every time. But anyway, so that's it. I guess we've gotten pretty far with it. You are slowing down now, Dimitri, because you don't have whiff anymore, or you have some.
You see the other festival.
No, but I just mean like it's not as busy. He was really busy last week.
Yeah.
Nick's got some duties today. I said duty. You got some duties today with some sound that we have to clean up. Is that right? Look at his face. This is what
Gerber,
happens
baby.
when you're the expert in something. That's your
Make
job,
yourself indispensable. And
That's
now
correct.
they'll,
That is
you'll never be rid of
I'm
them.
stuck here now.
as he always is. But let me just say thank you very much for joining
My
us. I know
pleasure.
we're
Yeah,
a new
thank you.
podcast, but we're doing this
you.
because, again, we are definitely trying to make sure that the Windsor scene gets some support, gets some conversations. Maybe we get a little further with the industry here to support, so people don't have to go
Right.
places. And and obviously number one, the media center where we are sitting right now, and Windsor Center for Film, Digital Media, and Creative Arts is a big part of all of that. So we want to continue to make sure that we support all of that. So if you have connections to our spread them out, let them know that we're doing it. We would love to chat with other people in the industry here. If you know anybody that you think would be a great guest, we're happy to hear about them.
Yeah.
And and always add your 2 cents. We appreciate it, of course. Anybody else with anything before we leave?
Not for me. Thank you.
Yeah, don't let rock and roll die.
Ditto.
Perfect. Think that's all.
Okay.
Right? Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Thank you.